one thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
It will never be completed. Or maybe like Ogoni clean up. They flag it up the first time, second time, third time. Instead, they will go there to destroy people's houses. How about the 30,000 minimum wage? These are promises made. Or we will return you back to 86 naira per liter petrol pump price. What's happened? None of these things will ever happen. What possesses a dream is what you tell a woman around 8, 9:30 in the evening. By 5, you change. 5, 6 in the morning, you start saying something completely different. That's how it is. It's to seduce you. So you stop supporting Ipob, you stop supporting Biafra, you start thinking about the contracts you will get when an Igbo man from your village or from your town is there. Because they know that you will always reason like a very foolish African man or woman, as the case may be. These are preview schemes. Second major bridge, we're going to clean up. Igbo presidency, minimum wage, Enugu expressway. We will do this, we will do that. Airport in, what's the place? We said we build an airport in Aguilera. Airport in Lebanon. With Chinese investors, they will build a new city in Aguilera. Whereas the one in Asaba cannot, Boeing 747 cannot land there. They say it's too small. There's no drainage. Everything is not working. Well, it's not working, but they plan to. Have you forgotten that Stella Odua promised us that she will build, what's it called, an aircraft maintenance hangar somewhere in Obar? And I asked her, that's an airport. So that does it mean when the aircraft lands in Asaba, then we'll go and tow it, we'll push it to across the river to come and so you can service it in Obar? These are useless schemes. This is something as saying that the youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow. You know, it will never happen. Not in the zoo. These are inconsequential schemes, trivial, cooked up and designed to keep you gullible people in the zoo engaged and busy with your self-delusions. You're just insane. Insane. They're saying all these things so that when Tinubu comes, people will say, who has made the biggest noise in Igbo land? They'll find them, they'll give them maybe 200,000 naira. And you won't hear from them again. They are no longer articulating. It's now about Igbo presidents. They have no honor nor dignity. No honor and no dignity. The one they went for before has failed. Completely and totally. See how foolish they are? You don't have the 14 and Igbo, they allow you to bring your so-called Igbo president. After 2 years, they will take permission from Britain and do a coup. Is the man in Egypt not a former military man? Is the man now leading Egypt not a former military man? You claim you're an Igbo man, they will kill you and they will kill your family and the military will take over. Britain will say, go ahead, we'll support you. What will you do? You can again. You say rest in peace and we leave it for God. People, you cannot reason beyond your nose. Because of the 2x2 you have in Lagos or in Abuja. That's all. You want to mortgage the future of an entire nation. What are we going to do? Those championing this nonsense about one zoo, one Nigeria Igbo presidency garbage, and saying it is the turn of the Southeast, have cleverly forgotten, as they usually do, that not long ago, our own brother, good luck, Ebele Azikiwe, that's his name, Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan, he was a Biafran, or I'm sure he's still a Biafran. He was the president of this Ugandan contraption called Nigeria. Can anybody tell me one visible landmark of one notable achievement attributable to Goodluck Jonathan whilst he was in office? Did he succeed in alleviating the economic, social, or political plight of our people? Let me even say, for the benefit of argument, of Niger Delta, are they still not begging for amnesty 60,000 naira every month? Are they still not begging to be pipeline security guards? He was there for 6 years. And then what happened? Even people like the Najuk that did something in Cross River. Where is that achievement today? All gone to waste. People don't reason in that zone. They never ever reason. Always looking for the most expedient way out of every mess that they find themselves in. I like Goodluck Jonathan. I even like the wife more, Patience, because she's very vocal and a very strong-spirited woman. Can anybody point to one achievement of Jonathan in office? He was their turn. So they say, he's a Biafran. What was his achievement? Ordinary Enugu Igwocha, which he awarded, was not through the money. Under Jonathan, second Niger bridge was not built, and you expect a Flanaman to build it for you. Unbelievable. Nothing happened. Niger bridge was not built under Jonathan. Enugu Igwocha Expressway was not built. No new industries, no decent public housing, not even common water, drinking water to pipe it to people's homes. Impossible for them to do. I grade Jonathan's presidency as a total failure, the same way that I rate Dr. Azikiwe's presidency was a failure, the same way that I rate Aguirre's presidency or head of stateship as a complete and utter disaster for our people. The same way that I rate Nzobo's intervention in politics, because he was a soldier, he shouldn't have come into politics at all. as an utter and one almighty catastrophic disaster for our people. Catastrophe, it was. And you and I are suffering it till today. Asaba massacre is an example of that. Admittedly, I must give President Jonathan some credit. Admittedly, he ran what came close to a democratic government in terms of individual freedoms and liberty. But developmentally, the way its development impacts on people, on the masses, his administration, like many before it, were found wanting. Forget all that, we are the fastest growing economy and all that rubbish. I don't believe in that. If it doesn't impact on the people, no good roads, no good schools, no good hospitals, nothing, and you're saying you're growing, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Before Jonathan, you have forgotten also those claiming it's our turn. There was a man called Olusegun Obasanjo. Are Yoruba people not suffering today? If having a Yoruba man as a president meant that their lives will somehow improve, why do we have brave men like Showore campaigning for a structural change in Nigeria, calling for a revolution now? Is he not a Yoruba man? And did he not witness a Yoruba presidency? This is for those clamoring for Igbo presidency, thinking we will bring a much needed change in their lives. Look at the pitiful backward northern Nigeria with their almost illiterate quota judges and professors. What has become of their lives today? The fact that they have been in power for almost 42 out of the 56 years that Nigeria have supposedly existed as a glorified British colony, let's be honest, have lives in the north improved. Let us even go to Daura, where the dead Buhari comes from, and where now the Sudanese Jubril goes to visit once in a while. Have you been to Daura? Are they sharing money in Daura? Are they happy with this buffoon that is there, the Sudanese governing in the name of their brother, Buhari? The answer is no. So all this nonsense about Igbo presidency, it makes me sick. Very sick. Is to correct the equity. These are the idiots running to America, running to Europe to go and buy houses where things are happening. So why don't you say, oh, I won't have any house in America. I'll have no house in Europe. Because the person, their prime minister or their president is not from my village. It's not our turn. In Daura, you have more people in Daura than in the whole of Anambra put together. You don't know that? In fact, of course, we have no poor people. We are hardworking people. I'm very sorry to have made a comparison anyway, because there are no basis for comparison. We work very hard because we are blessed. We don't go about on the street begging people for handouts to survive, as they do. They do by the Allah. Do we do that nonsense? We don't, because we are hardworking, because we are blessed. Everybody has something they're doing. Everybody, I say, they have something they're doing. So having a president from Daura have not suddenly transformed their fortunes and have all become millionaires overnight. No, it doesn't work that way. So let's stop this nonsense about Igbo president and talk about our freedom, which is Biafra, which is the only thing that should matter to us anyway, assuming that we are serious about improving our plight in the zoo called Nigeria. Those in the north, are they not being ravaged? Because the type of diseases you have in the north, I've never seen it anywhere else before. Chronic poverty, alamajri everywhere, banditry, lawlessness, and corruption. Don't they have all these issues in the north more than any other part of the zoo? Where did they have IDP camps? Is it not in the north? Are they not the president? Are they not the chief of army staff, chief of secretary to the state, chief of staff to the president, Air Force chief, every security arm? Are they not the ones in charge? But they are on the streets begging for food. Stop all this nonsense about this our turn. This is the turn of our people. Why don't we? That is for lazy people. Lazy people. People have been brainwashed into believing that having the presidency will somehow make your life better. That is nonsense. There are more Fulani people in IDP camps than when Jonathan, who is not a Fulani man, was in power. There are more people now in IDP camps than when Jonathan was there. But supposedly, Jubil is there on behalf of the Fulani man. Are their lives any better? The answer is no. That is why we must reason. That is the essence of this broadcast this evening, so that we can at least be able to reason. We were told this lie before that things will get better when it gets to the town of your village. But what we get is the exact opposite. We will not allow ourselves to be deceived with the promise of presidency in return for surrendering our land to Miyetti Yala and other Fulani terrorists, as is happening in Ipob tonight. What we need is a revolution. And that, listen carefully, please, before I get quoted out of context. I use the word revolution. Our revolution is freedom for Biafra. Relentless pursuit of our freedom. People talk about Igbo presidency as if it will solve any of our problems. Is it not the same politicians that pocketed the money that was meant to for the reconstruction of the Enugu-Iguacha Expressway that will be in charge? Is it not the same people? Is it not the same politicians you have now that Enugu-Onitsha road is not passable? Is it not the same crop of people? Are you going to get somebody from the moon to come and be the Igbo president? It's from the same group of criminals. The same group of criminals, the same. They launder their image, they pay journalists and they write nonsense, say the best governor, the this and that and that. You all know you're deceiving yourselves. That is why when you go back home, you are still faced with the same problems that you had. That mosquito will still do everything for you to come back. So it can give you malaria. The mosquito won't go away. You don't know? Because even if you kill it by spraying insecticide, there are many more, breathing in the nearest filthy, stagnant water. They will come in the evening. Crucially, that you get rid of mosquitoes by using insecticide. Of course not. You live in a clean environment if you want it to go. That's the only remedy. Or else new ones will come in, more aggressive ones will come in the evening. It's pure common sense. But I'm sure it's in some short supply in Africa. Well, we're here, we give it to you in abundance. It is a lie that presidency will improve you. We will not allow ourselves to be deceived. They are taking our land. They go to Obiano, they say to Obiano, you know what, we've been looking around, it's the turn of the Igbos. You stand a very good chance. Meanwhile, include Miyetti Yala in your government, and they will include them. And they're there. And he opened his mouth and said, Miyetti Yala is in my government. The same promise they make to the state governor. You're good to us, it's your turn. He said, oh, but what do you want? Is give us his Z. We'll take it, and then you'll be the president. And they go to Abia, they tell that bumbling buffoon, you'll be the president. So when we go to your village and we're burning down people's houses and destroying their businesses and arresting everybody, don't say anything. And you'll be clapping and jumping up and down. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, yes, we have. Especially abundantly in the politicians. Destructive selfishness. As long as they're okay with their families, the rest of it can go to hell. They don't give a damn. There's some of you stupidly, as I must commend our coordinator in Texas that confronted those fools planning to invite Obiano to come to America. All their years in America, they've learned nothing. Is to invite a criminal So they can steal money belonging to the masses to bring to America so all of you can drink Hennessy and share it. Incredible. Incredible. What we need is a revolution, and ours is freedom. Ours is freedom, because the same criminals who will go in there, these bunch of cowardly Fulani slaves you have in government houses in the east, encouraging the yet Yala, a terrorist group raping our mothers. They are the ones you are going to vote for as your president, isn't it? The idea of Igbo presidency is a Trojan horse, and they want to use it to dropping our agitation. But I wish to inform them that we won't retreat nor surrender. If you wish to continue being a slave in the zoo called Nigeria, that's entirely up to you and your useless Igbo presidency. But as for this IPOB which I lead, our destination is Biafra. Anyhow they want you to give it to them. We are going towards Biafra. You either come with us or you relocate to the north and go and stay with them there in Ugawasa. The time now is 3 minutes past 8 p.m. and 3 minutes past the top of the hour, wherever you are. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct, of course. On this very somber day, remember those massacred in Asaba exactly 52 years ago. And also dealing with this very nonsensical issue of Igbo presidency. It is a Trojan horse, and they cannot bribe us. If you want to, or if you wish to continue being a slave in Nigeria, that's entirely up to you and the Igbo presidency. We are not going anywhere. Those clamoring for presidency as a means of enriching themselves and their families should instead submit themselves to, or their ideas to a referendum, so that this issue of presidency versus Biafra will be resolved once and for all time. The notion that having an Igbo president will resolve the mess we are in as a people in the zoo is the most idiotic and ill-conceived notion of politics ever to come out of Nigeria. We are not, by we I mean IPOB, we are not interested in your Nigerian presidency. All we want is Biafra. Those campaigning for Igbo presidency are doing so for their own selfish reasons, as simple as that. It can't solve anything. Are you more intelligent than Zeke? Look at all the idiots clamoring for presidency. Ask yourself this question: are you more intelligent than Nnamdi Azikiwe? If Nnamdi Azikiwe could not change Nigeria or make the Alamajiris in the north to be able to reason like human beings, who are you to confuse them? Who are you? They want to enrich themselves, but they will never ever succeed. It is the highest insult. I read one of our brothers. He's a House of Reps member. His name is Eke.
Welcome. Good morning, Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. This is today's date is the 29th day of June 2022. We welcome you from IPOB Asia, whereby we are here trying to look at what transpired at the Kangaroo Court that was held yesterday at the Federal High Court, Abuja, whereby the indigenous people of Biafra seeking for self-determination through the instrumentality of the international law is being persecuted, is being killed. The indigenous people of Biafra all over the world agitating for a right that is guaranteed by the international law, a right that is guaranteed by the domestic Nigerian law, a right that is guaranteed by the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. And we are being persecuted, we are being killed, we are being imprisoned unlawfully. So we are here today from the IPOB Asia desk discussion class. Hello, MAZI. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. We have to put it and they put things in order first.
He said Igbo's presidency in 2023 and aspirations for Biafra. Can you imagine such thing? Someone doesn't have the money I'm talking nonsense. You just wake up one early morning.